Which of these do you think will have the most immediate impact and why?
Well, good morning. First of all, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And yeah, a pretty wild day, an amazing experience being in the rotunda, and then having a president do something like go to an arena and actually execute his promises, fulfill his promises that he had been making on the campaign trail. This is why the American people love Donald Trump, and they're not used to this, right? But that was quite a sight. The question of immediate effect and sort of longer term effect is a relevant one, and we see some immediate effects. You just did this story on the DEI, every DEI position. Those folks that are federal employees working on this are getting notified today that they'll no longer be doing that. Things like the Coast Guard Commandant being removed immediately, redeployment of Coast Guard ships and boats and airplanes and to enforce border. That's a significant day one impact. That Customs and Border Patrol One app suddenly not working, having an immediate effect. That is going to be huge. And then, of course, we're going to see, the things that he's implementing and starting to put into motion, like DOGE. That's going to have a significant long-term effect as well. So it is well. And here's another big one. This is going to be something that hopefully is more than just symbolic. In fact, I know it'll be more than symbolic. It's having federal government employees return back to work. They have to go back into the office. Just like virtually every other office, it's time for the federal employees to come back to work as well. So, it's definitely a new day, and Donald Trump is not playing around.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that's already getting some major pushback, Congressman, is the ending of birthright citizenship. 22 states, including your state of Michigan, suing Trump over ending birthright citizenship, saying it's a violation of the 14th Amendment. I mean, what's your reaction to this and the fact that Michigan's attorney general is fighting Donald Trump on this?
Well, first of all, Michigan's attorney general has her eyes towards larger things. She is a hard left progressive. This was not a surprise to me at all. That she would go after the administration. They've been talking about that internally, much like Gavin Newsom. They want to, quote unquote, Trump-proof Michigan as much as possible. They're going to fight this like crazy. And look, this is going to get litigated out. There's no doubt. But certainly, I understand the concerns that people have on chain migration and what has been happening. Michigan is a border state as well. We're not southern border, obviously. We're northern border, and technically we actually go east to Canada. And so there is a lot of crossover that's back and forth between our citizens. So there's going to be a little confusion on that. But this notion that suddenly we're going to have people who just will, by hook or by crook or by breaking the law, get to the United States so that they can have a child that is automatically a U.S. citizen is a worthy debate.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of illegal immigration, I know the Laken-Riley Act headed back to the House now before then going to the president as expected. With Democrats and Republicans voting for this, what's the significance of this being one of the first bills to hit Donald Trump's desk?
Well, as we kind of started, there's both the symbolic side of things as well as the impact, right? And this, I think, was a more than certainly a symbolic move, but it was an important first one to put everyone on notice that this border security, the border integrity problem that we have had over the last 4 years is coming to an end. That is so important. And when we're seeing criminals, literal criminals. I'm not just talking about the run-of-the-mill, I cross the border without paperwork, which has been millions of people. These are actual criminals who have either been let out of jails or had been escaping jail time down in other countries, and whether it's Mexico or other places. And that's this idea that somehow they're untouchable, that they're not going to be prosecuted under U.S. law because of their immigration status has just been insane. So that I think is a very important statement by this administration that we're going to take this seriously. and we are going to prosecute those folks.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.